Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Zach Lamar with your sports report. After traveling to Slippery Rock and beating the Rock for the second time in as many tries for the 2013-2014 season, the Vulcan women's basketball team tried to accomplish the same feat against the Lakers from Mercyhurst University, who traveled to the Convocation Center on Wednesday night. As we get to the highlights, you see Caitlin Frotz leading the charge for the Vulcans in this game. She gets the scoring started with a fast break layup, making it 2-0 California. The Mercyhurst would respond, take an 8-6 lead off an Elena White layup. Caitlin Frotz, though, would continue getting hot throughout the first half, scoring 16 points. There's 3 right there on a deep ball. And then a nice pass from White to Jessica Bell for a layup, and Mercyhurst would take a 30-29 lead. But Emma Mahadi would respond back with 2 straight buckets, that being the second, making it 33-30 Cal. Right out of half, though, Adrian Clocker from Mercyhurst getting a fast break layup, puts it in, and ties the game at 39. As we move ahead, Alex Ortiz would make a 3-pointer, making it 46-44 Mercyhurst, but that would be one of the last buckets Mercyhurst would make as California went on a long run, started there by CeCe Dixon. And then the last bucket of the game, Kate Seabaum making a 2-point runner. And the final score would end up being 79-65 California. Caitlin Frotz leading the way at 25 points. Emma Mahadi adding 14 after scoring 22 the last game. Irina Kuko adding 11 off the bench as well. And the women travel to Edinburgh University this Saturday at 6 o'clock at Macomb Fieldhouse to take on the Fighting Scots. After the women's victory over the Lakers, the Vulcan men were looking to avoid a 2-game losing streak after an overtime thriller at Slippery Rock, as the continued fight for a playoff spot in the crowded PSAC West pitted the Vulcans against the then number 2 team in the division, Mercyhurst, with only 6 games remaining on the season. Bill Brown ready to lead his troops into battle. One of a very defensive matchup. Alonzo Murphy gets some of the scoring started here, a deep jumper from in front of the arc. And then Drew Cook making his only basket of the game, a long 3, put Cal up 18-11. But Mercyhurst would make their own run. Gino Nana makes his first 3 of the game after shaking off Jake Jakubik. And then right after that, the next possession, Andy Hoying making a 2-point jumper, giving Mercyhurst the lead. And Armin Marks will respond a little bit later with a jumper, making it 25-24 Mercyhurst at the half. Mercyhurst would come out a long run, but Tynell Fortune would make a 3-pointer, make an 11-point Mercyhurst lead. And then Armin Marks with a 3 of his own to cut the lead down to 7. And California would make another continued run. Alonzo Murphy, a jumper right there from the fadeaway, making 49-48. He would tie it on a free throw, but Mercyhurst would make another long run towards the end of the game, capped off by a Jonathan Winion dunk, making it a 63-56 Mercyhurst victory. Chris Williams and Armin Marks led the way with 11 points each for the Vulcans. Jake Jakubik and Alonzo Murphy contributing with 9 points. The Vulcans will travel to Edinburgh University as well Saturday night, an 8 o'clock tip-off. It's a late game on Saturday at Macomb Fieldhouse. California Vulcans baseball still has a couple of weeks until their season gets underway, but the PSAC preseason poll was released on Tuesday, and the Vulcans, who return a majority of a 35-18 overall team in 2013, placed 4th in the initial rankings with 1 first-place vote. The projected number 1 team in the West is newcomer Seton Hill, who have made the NCAA tournament 4 straight seasons and received 3 votes from their new divisional opponents. Following closely behind Seton Hill are Mercyhurst and Slippery Rock, who each received 2 first-place votes. Yet another Cal U team qualified for an NCAA tournament appearance this past weekend, as the distance medley relay team posted a school record time of 11 minutes and 58.35 seconds at the Spire Midwest Open in Geneva, Ohio. The record-setting group of juniors Alex Zanella, Danae Bergwin, Allison Hall, and freshman Summer Hill also put up the best time in the PSAC all season and the 5th overall time amongst all Division II teams. Now, guys, the Winter Olympics starting. The opening ceremonies tomorrow night. Some of the events are already starting today. You had team figure skating, alpine skiing as well. What's the one thing you guys look forward to when it comes to the Winter Olympics?
Oh, I look forward to hockey. You know, I love hockey, and in the NHL, you get all the NHL players in there. It should be fun. I'm looking to see how Coach Bilesma does with Team USA. I think they're going to surprise some people. But you got to favorite Team Canada again. Sidney Crosby, you can't go wrong there.
One of my favorite things are the opening ceremony outfits. I think it's so cool just to see what every country does. I know Ralph Lauren's doing ours, and I've seen them, and they look so nice. I think it's just so nice to see everyone come out supporting their countries. I'm definitely excited for hockey, and I'm really excited for snowboarding.
Yeah, one thing I like watching is speed skating. The longtime face of the sport, Apollo Antonono, no longer competing, but Shawnee Davis, first African-American man to medal at the Winter Olympics. He's a rising star for the USA, and look to see maybe a gold medal from him in this Olympics.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thanks, Zach. And finally, tonight, with the opening of the 22nd Winter Olympics, many times only the medal winners gain the spotlight. But for every gold, silver, and bronze medalist, there are hundreds of other athletes whose only medals are black and blue marks on their bodies. To honor them, we share with you these pictures of pain. Some of that looked so painful, especially those skiers. Like, it's not fun to hit the ground. I learned to ski when I was little, and it was not fun when you wiped out.
You know, it's funny, I look at all those pictures and I can't help but chuckle of how nasty it looks, but you know, if I probably attempted some of that, that's probably how I would end up, so I can't really say anything.
Yeah, figure skating, I would look absolutely ridiculous.
I think pretty much everything will look ridiculous.
That will do it for this week's edition of News Center.
Be sure to check out our live video feed on our website, cutv.calu.edu.
Thanks for watching and have a great week.